This pattern, oh my god! Welcome back, everybody, to a brand new episode on the TimeShot SMP. I'm obsessed with recording TimeShot at the minute. I've sort of like moved Zoocrafting this week to just one episode this week, and it is what it is for now. Like eventually it will balance out to like probably 2 TimeShot episodes, 2 Zoocrafting episodes a week. But the hype for me, like the obsession, the just sheer motivation to play on this server at the minute is so high. I just have to satisfy that need. And with me being away for a couple of weeks at the end of August, I want to just get a lot done. So the things that I want to pre-record is on TimeShot. So I'm still going to have at least one episode a week on Zoocrafting. But for the rest of August, I'm pretty certain it's just going to be the one. And the rest of them is just going to be TimeShot, with obviously the forest that I've recorded with Penny as well. But this pattern, I've just been working on this. It's not too long after I left off from the last episode, a few hours actually. I've edited, rendered a few things, or set a few things to render. They're currently rendering out, and I'm working on the pattern. Now, it's a tileable pattern. It is a tileable pattern. I don't even know if you guys can sort of see. Like, it is a tileable pattern. So, like, you have, like, this little bit here, and then you have these. And then from there, you can connect everything back up again. There's going to be like another center bit like here, which I still don't know what I'm 100% doing with, but it is tileable. But the problem with the tileable pattern is, if you're not doing it in an area that's symmetrical, then it's very difficult to sort of do, because it starts and stops at different places, and it's very difficult to sort of get my head wrapped around. But I'm slowly working on it, and hopefully... I think these are going to be lights actually as well, by the way. Yeah. And I have learned a few things about bone blocks as well, because I just like, when I first did this one, I think it was it. Maybe it wasn't this one. I think it was it. Yeah. When I first did this one, I randomly placed them just like that, and I was like, oh, let me place that there, and then I did like, oh, let me place that, and then let's like do that and that, like, oh, it's fine. But I don't know if you can see, but there's like a slight shadow on these blocks. So the best way to see it is if you place 2 next to each other. So I'll show you now. You've got like a slight shadow, which is, you've got that, and then you've got, so let me try and show you in here. So you got that and that. So I don't know if you can see, but try and get rid of some of the torches maybe. But like, it's like a slight line in the middle. It's very, very subtle, but it is there. So I had to like, I do like those subtleties of this block. I think it's a good thing, because it can provide like quite subtle details. So like now I need to make sure I place them all facing inwards, and then do that. So like it all works as one sort of thing, so it's not random. And obviously with that, you could like work in ways where you don't do that, and you all place it like, so like it faces like, so let's say they all face, so like that one faces that way, 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 sort of thing. So there's plenty of things you could do, and sort of like just slightly do the subtlety in there. So like it's like moving around sort of thing. See, that could even work. I'm tempted to use that. So there's loads of subtleties within this, and I'm still not 100% happy with the floor. I don't really know what I want to do for the lighting source. I don't know whether sea lanterns would fit. Redstone lamps almost certainly won't. So I'm still a little bit unsure, but I think I want lights there. I may work lights somewhere else, but I'm going to get to work, carry on with this pattern, and hopefully you guys can join me back when this pattern is completely done, and I'm a lot happier with how everything's laid out and done. So I'll speak to you guys in a little bit, hopefully when this is done, and I've not rage quit and cried myself to sleep, which actually could probably happen. So I'll speak to you guys in a little bit. I honestly never knew how much or how long floor patterns take in Minecraft. It's honestly insane. Yeah, this took me so long to do and so long to figure out. It is actually a pattern. May not look it, And I wasn't planning on adding the dark oak wood, but it just fits so well. So we've got these pillars. These I think where the pillars are going to be to like hold the roof up, because there's not too many of them. They are sort of in the center of the room, but it's not. It's honestly not too bad, and you can still run around quite easily. The only problem is underneath. I completely forgot that like the pattern's going to be shown underneath, and I don't sort of want that. I think I want to try and create some form of a pattern underneath with like half slabs or something. I have no idea what I want to do. And then obviously I am going to be building pillars down from possibly I don't know, from these? From the bone blocks? I think. Maybe. It's all it's difficult to sort of like judge and everything. I think for now, the next step... Honestly, the next step, I need to load up the sort of inspiration images that I had. I need to take a look. I need to figure out what I need to do next. And then I should probably get on with that. I don't know what the next thing is. And then, ooh, Penny's Spawn Sick Beats shop has suddenly popped up. I can see that. And some more change of puzzles. So I need to do I need to load up the references and just see what I can sort of work on next. Get to work on that. You guys will join me back when hopefully a little bit more of this is done. What? I don't know, but let's do it. Alright, so I've had a look at the reference images that I've got. And if you guys are interested in the actual reference images that I'm using, I essentially just searched up on Google Greek and Roman, and sometimes Greek Roman in the same title. Temples, houses. I did start by searching it on Minecraft to start off with Minecraft in the title, but everyone builds the exact same style, so I actually just searched it myself and tried to look at searched it for real life essentially, and I tried to look at the patterns of the buildings and the patterns of designs and stuff, and try and get inspiration that way. And honestly, it hasn't. It's inspired me, and it's definitely. But like, this is not the color scheme whatsoever that would be used. So it's difficult to try and do. But I feel like I'm happy, and I'm definitely fitting in with Spawn. So far, anyway. So what I've done is I actually deleted the. I don't even think I can get on that. Damn it. I deleted the. Let's pop that there. I deleted got rid of because this went like through here to like maybe here or something, and then the pattern carried on. So I actually got rid of that and made like andesite, because I did say I wanted 2 buildings. So let me head up and actually sort of like talk you through what I'm actually thinking of doing. Head over here. Right, so here's my idea. This is the first floor, okay? The first floor has 2 houses, or 2 buildings, should I say. One of them is going to be a house with all of my essentials in there. The other one is going to be a storage room type thing. So essentially, the general Minecraft stuff. One of them is going to be where like the bed is, maybe enchanting table, maybe brewing stuff. I'm not entirely sure. Just other stuff. On this side, there's going to be the storage, maybe some villagers. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, so that's going to be that. But this is going to be maybe 1, 2 floors. Or maybe just 1 floor, actually. I'm not entirely sure. I think just 1 floor, because like this, we still need to put stuff in here. So maybe we can like filter all of that stuff into here, possibly. So maybe the storage can be in here. So yeah, that's going to be that. So there's going to be a building there, and this walkway here. These are going to have walls built up either side, around 5 blocks tall. Okay? Now, on top of here, there's going to be a roof, which is similar to sort of like... My idea was to do similar to sort of what Fabe and that one is doing. So they're very sort of... They go up and up sort of thing. So like they slowly, gradually go up. I really like that sort of roof. So I'm thinking of doing that on here. So obviously, as you can see, they're quite long, quite thin. So it's going to go up from like to the center, meet to the other side, sort of thing, and that's going to be the roofs on there. So that's going to be them. And then the roof on here is actually just going to be a flat roof, very similar to what Pudsey has done. So it's going to be a flat roof with this exact same floor pattern, but obviously the roof may not actually be the floor pattern. There may be like blocks covering the very bottom block or something. And then there's going to be a second floor. Now, obviously the house, like both of the buildings have already been cut off, so they've already got the roofs on. So the second floor is going to be taller than those roofs. And then the second floor is going to be the exact same as this, but it's obviously not going to have the two buildings. So it's just going to be this sort of like half donut thing, which at the minute is now like a third of a donut sort of thing. It's going to have that as well. So that's going to be on the second floor. I'm not entirely sure how we're going to get up there yet. I'm sure we'll figure that out. And then the second floor is going to be just more space. It's going to be something else, and then the roof for this one is going to be elevated. So I'm not just going to build a roof and then build it on top. I'm going to build from here. It's going to be quite open on this floor. So like the floor that's, let's say, this high. So the floor that's this high, or maybe possibly a little bit high, I'm not entirely sure how high it'll be. So the floor that's like this high will, instead of having a roof like this floor and those two buildings, we'll actually have an elevated roof. So similar to what you can sort of see what Pudsey's done, but it's going to be taller. So there's going to be pillars all round. So there's going to be like these big pillars that are like, obviously these pillars, but it's going to be holding a roof that's higher, and all of the sides are going to be quite open, so you can see out to spawn and everything. So it's going to look like there's 3 levels. The third level being the roof, but there's only going to be 2 levels that you can actually get on. So it's sort of going to go level 1. This is still level 1. This will be level 2 as well, and then level 3 will be like the third, like the roof, but you can't really get onto the third level. I think it's going to look quite good, and hopefully you guys will like it. I've got it visioned in my head, and I know it can look good, and I know as long as I can get these walls done, the floor design and everything that I'm doing so far will definitely carry this through and make it look good. And I can just see the vines wrapping up and everything, and I can really imagine this being something awesome. I'm actually, like, for once, I'm really happy with like a build in Minecraft. Not that I've like never been happy or anything, but I'm just really happy with this idea and this build. I wasn't thinking I was going to get anything that was worthwhile, so I was going to cop out and build like a really small house and just call it quits sort of thing and head to my main place. But I'm happy I didn't. And then obviously underneath, what I want to do is, there's not really much underneath here. I think what I want to do is I want to cut this mountain back. So I want to make this underneath here a little bit more sharp. I want to make it a little bit more sort of like apparent and sudden, so I don't want it to naturally go down as much as it has. So when we get an efficiency 5 diamond pick with mending and unbreaking on, I'll get to work on that, and same with the pickaxes sort of thing, and I'll sort of like chisel away at this mountain so it becomes more like it sort of comes to around here sort of area, because we honestly haven't got much to chip away, because if you go down here you can see it's like behind here, it's like you can build pillars here, and I want to build these like pillars that look like it's holding it up sort of thing. And how I'm going to go about under here, I'm going to create another pattern which won't have wood or bone blocks in it, so it'll just have stone and stone slabs and smooth stone brick slabs, sorry, and stone slabs. So it'll have like a pattern like that, and that pattern will be underneath, so it sort of like covers up the floor pattern sort of thing. So that's my idea for that, and then obviously I want to build pillars going down and everything, and I'm really liking it so far. I don't really know how I'm going to lay everything out once it's all done, like I say, but I'm sure that'll come to me. I just remembered I was smelting or cooking up some. I should actually probably check my mending book show, because I put 27 in there a couple of days ago. I'm hoping that's not too bad. 6 have gone, so we've still got a solid 21 in there. So we've definitely got another 3-4 days probably before that's bought out, hopefully, Well, I'm hoping it lasts just a little bit longer because I want to work on my spawn house. I was cooking up some stuff in here. Oh, damn it, I wasn't holding the pickaxe. There we go, fully mended. Alright, I need to be holding the pickaxe for like the XP will still go on, but not as much sort of thing. Right, so let me pop these away. I was just cooking some of the food from spawn. Just to get some levels. And honestly, I think that might be it. You've got Penny's build that's just popped up. I'm not going to sort of like show more than just looking at it there. You've got Pudsy's build there. Fabe's build, I want to actually show you guys, because the idea that I've got, now this is 100% like this bit anyway, has been shown on camera. I've actually seen it, so I don't mind. I'm not going to go inside, but for the actual pillars that hold the platform up, which you guys can see, obviously the platform's sticking out quite a bit, especially on this side, it sticks out quite a bit. So for the pillars that are obviously going to be built to look like it's holding that up, I'm obsessed and I love this little thing here. So you see this like this 3x3 here. This 3x3 is really nice. Obviously I've gone with purple. I think Pudsy's gone with green. Fabe's gone with yellow, and I think Penny's gone with purple. So like those sort of like, everyone seems to have like a colour in their build, which I actually really like. So you see this 3x3 pattern here. You've got stone slabs. You've got it indented. You've got behind there. You've got andesite. Is that what it's called? Andesite? I can't even remember. Whatever that block is called. It may not be andesite. Yeah, it is andesite. I always get it mixed up. The only one I 100% know is no, diorite's the white one. Granite. Obviously, I know granite. That's like the reddish one. But I always get diorite and andesite mixed up. So you've got that like 3x3, but it's obviously a two level thing because it's obviously indented. And then you've got this here, so like it makes it a 3-level indented thing. And I want to do that with the pillar. I want essentially this, because I think how it will work is I should be able. Because what my idea is to build this, but in like a, so like it goes, so you can imagine that's the pattern that goes up, and I build a like that, so like it goes like that. I'm not going to place anything on there, but actually no, I can. So like it goes. Oh god, that's bad. I've done the wrong thing. What a fail. So like it goes like that. So that's like the pillar that's holding it up, and I want to build pretty much the same thing that Fabe's built there. And then I think these can be something that's like that maybe, and then that pattern sort of like goes up. So like it goes up and like holds the pillars up, because it's like quite a beefy. I think that's a good word for it. Quite a like beefy pattern. It's not like, it doesn't feel like it's like, because like I could quite easily just build like a bone block like that, and then put like some stairs at the very bottom. I'd be like, oh, it's holding it up, and it's like, oh, it doesn't really look like it is. So I want to try and like take inspiration from other people's builds at spawn and that sort of thing. And then obviously I'm trying to use the same block types, but yeah. So I'm obsessed with that pattern there because of like the 3 indents, because it goes like this level, then that level. I love it. So I'm going to try and do that with the actual pillars themselves and try and replicate that sort of thing. I may change it up slightly, but that's my idea for it anyway. And it's coming along. It's looking like it'll be quite nice, and I'm really looking forward to chiseling away some more of this mountain so you can actually see underneath the build a little bit more. And I know that's weird to see underneath the build, but I think it honestly will give it a little bit more something about it, just because you can see more of the build from spawn. I obviously can see all of spawn from my build, but it'd be really nice to see more of my build from spawn. And I know obviously like quite a lot of the people here want their builds to be quite close, so I'm going to do my best to build some form of like, I don't really know how, but some form of way out of like out here. So maybe like a path that goes down or something, and then it sort of like crosses the river there. And I want to sort of like build things like that make it feel like I'm just not out of the way. So that's my idea anyway. Hopefully I've talked you guys through this and you guys understand everything, and hopefully you've enjoyed this episode and this pattern building episode. We've done quite a bit of work even though it's taken me so long. Patterns take so long in Minecraft, especially something really complex like this, and especially when I didn't 100% know what I was doing. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, make sure you leave it a like, make sure you leave it a comment, subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll speak to you all soon. Take care.